for this?
Good evening, Red Devil fans, and welcome to Buddy Bufford Field and Lincoln County High School for tonight's contest between the Lincoln County Red Devils and Jefferson Dragons, I believe they are. Is that right, Greg?
That's exactly what they are.
This is Bruce Begg along with Greg Norman and Byron Hogan, and we'll be bringing you this exciting football game here tonight. We see our team captains on the field now getting ready for the coin toss.
You done got good with that. It took all the way in the playoffs for you to get the way you can spit that out.
But I got it where I can say it now.
Yeah, you done. I'm so proud of you, I don't know what to do. We've got number 74, Deron Lee, and number 56, Al Tariq Smith, out at midfield with the officials. This looks like a doggone ball game at Yankee Stadium. I mean, they standing around the field like the law, ain't they?
They really are. While our broadcast is getting underway, we do want to remind our viewers that this program is made possible by the city and county governments of Lincoln County, the Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce and Development Authority, and with the special help and cooperation of the High School Technology Department and the Lincoln County Technology Department.
We got the rest of our senior class standing over on the hash mark.
I think Red won the toss.
They want, and they're going to take, no.
They elect to receive. Also, we want to say that this broadcast is made possible tonight with the help and under the authorization of the Georgia High School Association and the Lincoln County Government Technology, Lincoln County Government Television Network.
Folks, we don't want to say it, but it's been a long week about this broadcast.
We have. When we get into the playoffs, it's a little bit different thing we have to do. And the Red Devils come on the field through the tunnel.
We don't know if we've been breaking the law for the past 4 or 5 years, or they just changed the law on us. But it's been a tough week.
We do also want to thank our sponsors for tonight. We had to have some donations to make this program possible tonight. We want to thank Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Begg Funeral Home, Folger Park Properties, and Madison & Associates Surveyors. Also, the Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are Dodge, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Mizuno, State Farm Insurance, Wachovia, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wilson Sporting Goods, and the U.S. Marines.
They charged us a pretty good sum to
say that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But we're glad to do it.
Yeah.
They did cooperate with us, and we appreciate their help.
We had to twist the arm and really dicker with them all week to get this thing on the air, didn't we, Bruce?
Yeah, and we're glad to be here. We want to remind our viewers that Dr. Robert Williams, the team physician, is recovering after some pretty extensive surgery. And we understand that tonight we have Dr. Jewel Duncan filling in as our team physician, and we want to thank Dr. Duncan for being here tonight.
What's the last report on Dr. Williams?
The last report I had on him, he was doing very well, and we're going to have this tape for him tomorrow for him to watch this game.
Well, that's good. I tell you what, this Dragon crowd, Bruce, has come out here, they jumping around, they kind of fired up. They brought quite a few fans. I mean, me and you didn't get here till late. We came over here and set up a little early. And it wasn't a soul here when we came over here and set up.
But we got a good crowd here tonight. It's a nice night here.
It is. I tell you what, you can't ask for better weather in November than what we've been having. It's been a little hot during the daytime, though.
Greg, if you hold on 1 second, I'm going to cut you off and move a cord here. All right, you ought to be back on.
I am. Good deal. We got number 7, Darrell Norman, deep. And they pooch kick it to number 27, Bradford, taking it about the 27-yard line. He gets out close to the 35, depending on the spot. Looks like it's going to be right on about the 34 and a half. Not quite the 35. Red Devils going to take over 1st and 10. I see Number 53, Chase McGill back with us, Bruce.
We're glad to have him back.
Red Devils sticking with the same thing, that old wing bone offense they've been running all year. Number 6, Barden under center. Hand off number 2, Jennings, and he's got a gaping hole. He may go all the way. Finally brought down at the 50 by number 9 for Jefferson. 1st and 10. You know, Bruce, this is the 11th game of the season for us. And we have not had the doggone first program. We had one last week, a little old make-do program. And it really didn't make do, did it?
It didn't make do.
Red Devils got one wide out to the right. Send motion to the right. Hand off again, number 2, Jennings, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of about 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 8.
Like somebody's down.
I think they fell on a Jefferson play, it looked like to me.
I believe it's a
Two
pair.
of them. It's
Two
two
or
of
three of them out there down.
Yeah.
Everybody's got on red helmets. You can't tell on the ground. There's one of them getting up. That was a Jefferson player that got up.
That's another Jefferson player.
Number 2, Jennings, is up standing over the pile.
Helmets stuck together. 2 helmets stuck together.
Now, if doggone if that ain't something unusual, ain't it?
Vernon can't get him a loose.
Coach Vernon, I think he's trying to get them loose down there now.
He got him.
That's going to be a crisis.
We want to remind our viewers, too, about rec department football that's going on. They play, I know the contact is on Thursday night because Greg and I both have kids that are playing in that league. And the flag, is it on Tuesday or Monday,
It's
Greg?
on Tuesday night.
So you want to be sure and go out and see all those exciting games.
We hadn't witnessed a flag game yet, but the contact is something to behold.
Yeah, I'm coaching flag football.
You got 2 wide outs to the right. That wing bone. Quick pitch, number 7, Darrell Norman.
Ooh.
And he goes forward for 1st down yardage.
Oh. Threw a flag on Tyler Bill there.
What did Tyler do, Byron?
He hit the guy from the side going in for the play.
It must have been after the play because they were already down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He went forward for 1st down yardage. Ball's about the 35.5-yard line. But they talking to Jefferson, just like Byron said, so that ain't good. The Red Devils going to retreat. I wonder what the
I believe
officials
they
are
call
from.
it a personal foul. I think they came out of the Atlanta area.
Yeah, I heard him say that. I heard him say that before the game started. You're exactly right. Going to bring up 2nd down and 11. Ball spotted on the 49 of the Red Devils. You know that's been by far Jefferson's best play all night. And that ain't good for them, is it? Got number 27, Bradford, split wide out to the left. Red Devil still in the wing bone.
The officials having a little conference out there about something. What are they?
I don't have no idea. It must be 2nd down and 10, or 1st and 10. After the, now that was
It was after the play.
After the play, so going
now
back.
that was a crazy thing. Now Red Devil still in that wing bone. Got number 3, Bill, in the backfield. Barton's gonna drop back to pass. Got number 7, Norman, wide open, and he overshoots him. Right through his hands.
Down about a foot, and he would have had that one.
Well, if he'd have caught it after he jumped like he did, you know he was going to hit the ground. It wouldn't have been a gain of about a yard. So, going to bring up 2nd down 10. 10:35 left to go in the 1st quarter. Still scoreless here at the Bud. Same set for the Devils again. Motion to the left. Quick pitch around the left side.
Ricardo Norman.
And Ricardo's going to go forward for about 15 yards. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Down about the 34-yard line of the Dragons. just inside the 35. Not quite the 34. I tell you what, this looks like a mismatch from the get-go to me.
Yep.
Same set again for the Red Devils. Barton under center.
Barton
That
got the ball.
midline option, he keeps it and goes up the middle.
Looks like he may have the first down.
Yeah, he's got a first down. A gain of about 12, maybe 13 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at about the 23-yard line. 23 and a half. 10-15 left to go in the opening quarter. Still scoreless.
Daniel Morris did a good job on that play, opening the hole up for Barton.
Mm-hmm.
What number is Daniel?
Number 50 or something.
That's Trey.
No, it's Trey.
That's Trey Morris. I was wondering if Daniel done moved in a starting spot. Number 3, Bill, takes it behind the guard, and he's going to be stopped for a gain of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. Ball spotted on about the 21-yard line. Going to be 2nd down and close to 8. $9:28 left in the opening quarter. Still scoreless. Red Devils going to send Bradford out wide to the right. Send Darrell Norman in motion. They're going to run that little cross buck. Number 8, Ricardo Norman. He's going to be stopped for a gain of about 1. Dragon snuffed that out pretty good.
You know, these Dragons, I understand, have a Lincoln County connection, Greg. The former Angela Goldman, I'm not sure what her married name is, I understand is the cheerleader coach for the Dragons.
Well, I'll be doggone. I didn't know that, Bruce.
Well, I'm going to try to teach you some things tonight, Greg.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm open for learning. Wide out to the left. Motion to the left. Handoff number 2, Jennings straight up the middle, and he's going to go forward for about 10 or 12 yards. Finally brought down at about the 7-yard line. Going to be 1st and goal for the Red Devils. We missing all our commentators tonight.
I know
Bruce.
it,
They off doggone honky-tonking.
Honky-tonking and going to Millersville and first one thing and another.
1st and goal, ball spotted on the 8-yard line. 2 tight ends set with a wishbone. Run a little cross buck. And that
They read it well.
And that didn't gain an inch. Matter of fact, he lost about 2. Gonna be 1st and go, 2nd and goal from the 10. Red Devils come out here with a little set we hadn't seen in a long, long time, that wishbone. Now we're gonna be forced to call timeout. With 7:22 left to go in the opening quarter, still scoreless here at the Bud.
And while we have this timeout, Greg, we got a few things still going on in our community we want to remind everybody about. Our holiday festival, which will take place November the 19th. That starts off with shopping in the city, where you have all the vendors, then the Pioneer Day at the Historical Village, and it winds up with the holiday parade starting at 4 o'clock.
I bet we're going to film it too, ain't we?
We are, and there's still time. If you want to get in on that, you can contact the Welcome Center at 359-7970, and they can tell you what you can do.
Here come the Red Devils, still in a 2 tight end wishbone set. Got a big powerhouse backfield. Barton under center. Now they're going to switch off and get in that old wing bone and send motion. Quick pitch around the right side. That ought to be a touchdown. They're going to call it. They're going to call it back. It's going to be holding on the Red Devils, I think.
Point at number 2, wasn't it? Or was it Barton?
I don't know who. I believe it may be number 5, Jatheus Jones, but I ain't going to speculate, but it's coming back. And you know they're going to accept that. Take them points off the board.
Be smart.
But that's all right. Gonna bring up 2nd down and goal from the 20. Was it holding or a legal block, Byron?
Why you call hold?
Red Devils break the huddle. Gonna have 2 wide out, split wide to the right this time. 3 wide out, split wide to the right. They going right straight up the middle, Byron. No, they ain't.
Oh, you dropping back.
Gonna be a screen pass. Wide open to number 5, Jatheus Jones, and he drops the ball.
He had nothing but daylight over there on the side.
He didn't.
He had a bunch of daylight.
That was a dead 6 points out, wasn't it?
Yep.
Gonna bring up 3rd and goal from the 20. 7:09 left to go opening quarter. Still scoreless. We got our old buddy from the Augusta Chronicle back up here with us. He turned his back on us right off the bat in the beginning of the season, didn't he, Bruce?
But he's back with us now.
He's back with us now. He's acting like he don't hear us. Number 6, Barton, a quick pass out to number 7, Norman. Not even close on that one. That never got any promises out. And that was a lateral. They're going to spot it for a 4-yard loss. Going to bring up 4th down and goal from the 24-yard line. Is our field goal kicker dressed out tonight, or is he still over there in street clothes? I hadn't seen him.
Like he was kicking tonight.
Was he?
Yeah, at the beginning of the game, he was kicking. Crowd over here on this side here is going crazy.
4th down and goal from the 24. Red Devils split 3 wide outs to the right. Send motion to the left. Barton takes a snap. Number 5, Jones,
Touchdown.
go in for the touchdown. Great play call there. Good job, Coach Campbell.
So Lincoln County draws first blood and will be on top 6-0 with 6:57 left in this quarter.
You're exactly right. There comes our old trusty freshman kick out there, Byron. I'm glad you was noticing before the game started.
Byron is good about noticing.
He is.
That's the reason we hired him.
Yep. The pay ain't so good, but at least you got a job.
I don't want to complain. Y'all might take another 0 off.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No good. Wide to the right. After a kick like that, you can tell Tarver's been out for a while.
So the score remains 6-0.
6:57 left to go in the opening quarter. Red Devils done what they wanted to do. They just had some mental mistakes, had some penalties, backed us up. But when it counted, they came through. Let's see what this Dragon offense is made out of. You know, Bruce's head coach here at Jefferson used to coach down there in Hepsi, but lad, they beat Lincoln in an overtime game right here at Buddy Buffett Field. Do you remember that?
I remember he used to coach at Hepsi.
What was that, 2000? 99.
I don't remember exactly what year it was. I remember when they came up here and pulled that rabbit out the hat, though. It was a good game till that overtime started. What did the score end up, Byron? It was about 21 or 14 to nothing, something like that.
Something like that.
I mean, they done what they wanted to at will when we got in overtime, didn't they? Number 9, Ronte Norman got it teed up.
But the Devils still went on that year. I remember though, go to the state championship.
Taken by number 34. Brought down by number 27, Alex Bradford, on a great open field tackle at about the 18-yard line. I tell you what, that's got to be the most improved player on the team.
He has really showed out.
I tell you what he has done. In the last 2 or 3 weeks, he has laid the wood to some folks on some blocking now. Dragons going to come out here with a tight end to the left, wide out to the right, and an I backfield. Send motion to the left. And he's going to run a pass. And that's going to be interference all day long by number 25, Donnell Wynn. He was looking at the ball, and I believe the guy just ran into him, but he's gonna be charged for it, though, ain't he?
Yep. Looked like he was trying to play the ball.
He was. He was looking at the ball, which is what you taught to do as a defensive back, but that's tough luck. I don't feel like nobody's gonna get on to him about that. That's a tough break. I tell you what, Bruce, it looks like to me so far the officials done a great job. What do you think?
I think they're doing a good job. We always like to point out what a good job the officials are doing.
That's exactly right. You know, every game we played in, they send in motion. I mean, they flip-flopping. Got 3 wide outs to the short side of the field and a quick pitch, and that ain't going to work. No gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted on the 35. He might have lost just a...
Short gain on the play. 2nd down. About 10 to go.
No gain. 2nd and 10. 6:16 left to go in the opening quarter. Red Devils up 6-0. Flip-flop sides, send motion to the left.
Man, that's going to be all sides on offense.
Surely somebody moved on offense, much moving as they doing.
Backfield in motion.
I tell you what.
If Leighton was here, he'd tell us who sung that song.
Yep. We need John Madden and Pat Summerall here to call this game. They doing much doggone flip-flopping around as the Dallas Cowboys, ain't they? We need to do like they do. We need to take off about Wednesday and go watch them practice and all and figure out what they're going to do when they're going to do all this kind of stuff. I got a good idea that it ain't going to work, though.
It ain't working so far, is it?
2nd down, 15. Got a tight end on the left, slot on the right, I backfield, and that guy's went in motion every time. He must can't do nothing but go in motion. They're going to drop back and throw it. He had him open, but
through his hands.
But right through his hands. That's a big old tall kid, that number 24. Going to bring up 3rd and 15. I tell you what, they got some big old athletes on that team now.
Yep.
They're going to start off this time with a tight end to the right and 3 wide outs to the left. He's going to drop back and chunk it again. Nobody open. And he throws it up in the stands. Going to bring up 4th down and 15. Good coverage by the Red Devils. That's the best coverage in the secondary I've seen all year.
4th down, 15 to go.
I expect they're going to punt with 5:32 left to go in the first quarter. Wouldn't you think, Bruce?
I would think they would.
I would too, on the 30-yard line.
Number 10, I guess the punter, he's taking inventory, making sure he's got enough folks out there.
Punting for the Dragons is number 10, Wayne Johnson.
Low snap, but he gets it up. A short punt.
Punt is down at the 41-yard line.
So the ball will be at
About
41.
about 28 yards on the punt.
Down Red Devils.
Ball is going to be spotted on the 43-yard line of the Red Devils, and they'll take over 1st and 10 with 5:22 left to go in the opening quarter. Red Devils up 6-0. I tell you what, it ain't a whole lot of life in this ball game, is it?
Mm-mm.
I wish they was all as exciting as the Washington game. It'll make you pay a lot better, wouldn't it? Barton on the midline option. He's going to pick up about 7 yards.
Tackle was made by number 57.
Going to bring up 2nd down and a long 3. About 3.5 to go. Clock ticks down to 5 minutes. This is a long doggone quarter, ain't it? Or is it just me?
Long quarter. Much as Devil ran the ball when they first got the ball.
We done had so many penalties. Gonna send Barton out wide to the right. Number 7 is gonna go in motion. We're gonna get number 3 up the middle.
Tyler Bill on the carry.
He's gonna gain about 5, maybe 6 yards. Gonna be 1st down and 10.
First down, Red Devils.
Ball spotted just across the 45, about the 45 and a half of the Dragons. Same set again for the Red Devils. Barton under center. Sends motion. Quick pitch around the right side. Number 7, Darrell Norman. And he's going to go forward for a gain of about 12. Going to bring up 1st and 10 again.
Tackle made by number 18.
Ball spotted on the 34-yard line.
Taylor Williams. First down, Lincoln County. The Dragons.
Red Devils really rolling up the yardage here in the 1st quarter.
Pretty much running the ball
At will.
at will.
Doing exactly what they want to do. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. Devils up by a score of 6-0. Gonna send Bradford wide to the left this time. Motion to the left. Quick pitch around the left side. It was snuffed out well by the Dragons, but the first guy there couldn't make the tackle. It's going to end up a gain of about 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down, 6.
Gain of 4. Second down, 6.
Number 8, Ricardo Norman on the carry. Making that first guy miss. Bruce, we're going to have to get some of these sponsors we got to pay somebody to sit up here we can pick on. Kenny ain't here.
I know it. We need some of them up here with us.
Yeah, we do. Handoff.
Oh, fumble.
Fumble. I tell you what, if he picks that ball up and runs with it, I believe that was a design midline option. And Barton and the running back just got tangled up. Ball gets knocked out of there, recovered by the Dragons. But if he reaches down and picks that ball up,
He's off to the races.
he's off to the races.
Greg, since you mentioned our sponsors, we do want to remind our viewers once again that making this program possible tonight are Madison & Associates, Folger Parks Property, Beggs Funeral Home, Commercial Insurance Services, and Walker Norman's Gospel Music, Southern Style.
There's that guy Murphy
Dragons
again.
got it 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 32, and he's going to drop back and chunk it again. I don't know if they've thrown the ball all year. They just trying something different against Lincoln, but it ain't working, is it, Byron?
No.
Second down, about
Maybe they needed another week off to get it in gear. What do you think?
I believe so.
2nd down, 10. Ball spotted on the, I guess that's about the 33. Motion to the left. Handoff straight up the middle. Gain of about 11 yards. That's going to be the first down of the night for the Dragons. Ball spotted on the 43. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons with 3:04 left to go in the first quarter. Red Devils up by a score of 6-0. Dragons got something to cheer about.
Yep.
Got 2 wide outs to the left. Going to send 1 in motion to the right. They going to hand it off up the middle again. And number 59, Keith Kreitz, stops it right off the bat for a gain of about 2. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
Tackle made by number 10, Jefferson and number 65. And also number 59, Keith Kreitz. 2nd down, 9 to go.
They're going to send 2 wide outs to the left. Our backfield. They're going to flip-flop again. Send motion 1 more time. And handoff on a...
Oh, he had it.
Hit immediately in the backfield by number 5, Jatheus Jones, and he couldn't hold on. He going to squirm forward for a 1st down. Gain of about 15, 18 yards.
Red Devils 41.
Ball is going to be spotted on the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. 1:48 left to go in the opening quarter.
Devils on top, 6-0.
Bruce, I forgot to tell you, Robbie Seymour told me today how much he enjoyed being the fan of the week. You're going to send motion. Handoff off the right side, number 34, and he stumbles over a yard line. Got Old Yellow down. Let's see what they're going to call. Gain of about 2 on the play. Depending on the foul, we're going to have a false start on the offense. That's going to back them up 5. Going to bring up 1st down. Doggone, if that ain't a long 5-yard penalty, ain't it?
It is.
I wish we had old Kenny here with that broke tape measure.
Yeah. Looked like he measured it off.
Yeah, it does. He done cut somebody a foot. Got 2 wide outs to the right. 1 man in the backfield. And they're going to go off the right side. And he's looking for a place to lay down.
Hit by number 10.
Porter falls on him, but I don't believe
somebody else got a hand on him and
I don't-
kind of tripped him up.
I don't believe he's really wanting to run it. 2nd down and about.
Right there was called timeout.
Devils call timeout. So-
2nd down and about a 12 with 54 seconds left to go
So
in the opening
while,
quarter. Red Devils up by a score of 6-0.
so while we got this timeout, we do want to once again remind our viewers that the Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are Dodge, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Mizuno, State Farm Insurance, Wachovia, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wilson Sporting Goods, and the U.S. Marine Corps. We also want to thank our local sponsors, Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Beggs Funeral Home, Folger Parks Properties, and Madison and Associates. We also want to thank Coach Larry Campbell for his help in making this broadcast possible tonight. What did Marcus tell you? What did Marcus tell you? I mean, Scott.
He wanted to know if I had a roster for
he
Jefferson.
didn't know what a bind we were in on rosters, did he?
He sure didn't. Got a wide out to the left, going to send motion to the left. Handoff up the middle, number 34. He's going to be stopped after a gain of about 9, maybe 10. Third down, less than a yard to go for the first down. .23 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Got a wide out to the right, slot to the left. Going to send motion to the right. Quarterback sneak. And there he goes. Touchdown, Dragons. On the last play of the first quarter.
So they even
that ain't even the last play.
No, we got 3 seconds.
3.6 seconds left to go, and they even up the score at 6. On a quarterback sneak. That gives some fight to the Dragons. 3.6 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Score all hooked up here at 6. I feel like they fixing to make it 7-6.
That's what I think too.
Yep. Extra points good. Dragons take the lead. Score of 7-6 with 3.6 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. A heck of a play call and a good run by number 10. You know, with third down and less than a yard to go, you got to be looking for a quarterback sneak. Wouldn't you think, Bruce? What did he run it? About 35 yards? What was the ball spotted?
Yeah. About 35 yards.
Red Devils going to send number 7, Darrell Norman, back deep to receive the kickoff. Number 56 from Jefferson. Doggone, they
throwing some football. We almost
sure
could
are.
have caught.
We need to sign them up, don't we? They keep throwing them like that, we're going to have to get a hard hat, ain't we? I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try an onside kick here. I would. I said 56. I believe that's 66 kicking. Taken by number 8, Ricardo Norman.
Come on, Ricardo.
Brought back out to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a good start for the Red Devil offense. That's going to end up the first quarter. Dragons up by a score of 7-6.
Greg, while they swapping fields, I want to remind our viewers about the Chamber of Commerce annual banquet coming up January the 5th. They didn't tell me who the speaker is. It's kind of a surprise, the program that the speaker will have. But
I don't guess it's me.
Well, it could be since they didn't tell us. But you want to be sure and get in on that. Those are always good activities. We recognize a lot of community leaders and volunteers during that time. That's January the 5th. That'll be at the Lincoln Center, and you can call the Chamber of Commerce Welcome Center at 359-7970 and get more information on that.
Bruce, who brought these Cheez-Its up here?
Shaggy?
Shaggy brought them.
J-A-K-E. Hey, they'll be gone when he gets back.
I'm glad he brought them, a shot dodger. He brought us a bunch of headsets and power packs and things that won't work. Said he was going to send them off. He didn't send them nowhere but right in that box, did he? Red Devils come to the line of scrimmage. Going to send number 27, Bradford, wide to the left. Still in that wing bone, going to send motion. Number 2, Jennings, going to go off the left side. Going to be close to first down yardage, depending on the spot. I believe he's going to be a couple of yards short.
Looks like.
About 8 yards. Second down, 2 yards to go.
Second down, 2. 11:53 left to go in the half. Dragons up by a score of 7-6. Number 27, Bradford, split wide to the right. I'm going to send motion to the left. Number 2, Jennings, is going to go far for about 5, maybe 6 yards. Going to be 1st and 10, Red Devil. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. I tell you what, that Dragon football team's a little bigger than I thought they were going to be, Bruce.
They are.
They got some pretty good
they
size
got some
to
pretty
them.
good size kids.
Motion to the left. Handoff straight up the middle, number 2, Jennings. Going to gain of about 3. Going to bring up 2nd and about 7.
Gain of 4. 2nd down, 6 to go.
Red Devils up to the line. Going to have Bradford split wide to the left. Had double wing with Jennings in the backfield behind Barden. Going to send motion. And it's going to be a quick pitch, number 9, Ronte Norman around the left side. And he's going to have 1st down yardage brought down at about the 30-yard line. Gain of about 15 on the play.
16-yard pickup, wasn't it, Greg?
It was about 15 or 16. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. 10 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. Dragons up by a score 7-6. Bradford split wide to the right. Barden under center. Quick pitch right side. Number 7, Darrell Norman. Hitting the backfield, but he
keeps going.
Can't be brought down, and he may go all the way.
Touchdown. Oh, it stepped out back there.
They say he stepped out of bounds at about the, looks like about the 7 or maybe 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from wherever they put it down at with 10 minutes and 22 seconds left. Number 7, Norman, hitting the backfield, but he couldn't be stopped. Broke it wide to the left. On a play designed to go to the right. Got Barden, Bradford split wide to the left. Going to send motion. Handoff, number 3. He's going to be close to the goal line. Looks like he's going to be stopped about the 3, maybe the 4-yard line. About the 4-yard line. Going to be 2nd goal from the 4. Bruce, you talking about football. I can't believe Georgia fooled around and let Florida beat them last week. Bradford split wide to the right. Midline option by number 6, Barden. Gives the old stiff arm, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Red Devils going to go up by a score of 12-7 with 9:35 left to go in the half.
Looks like they're going for 2. They're going for 2.
He's holding up 2.
Yep.
May as well. And getting the play in from Coach Campbell. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see the same thing again. Barden under center. He's going to drop back and chunk it. Overshoots number 5, Jones. Good looking play though. Real good looking play. So with 9:35 left to go in the half, Red Devils up by a score of 12-7. Let's see what the Dragons can do, Bruce, when they get the ball again. Maybe they can drive back down here and score and keep it interesting. What you think?
Well, that's what we'd like to see is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. They brought a good crowd with them.
They did. I mean, I've noticed that they brought a good crowd.
Yeah.
I'm almost as good as Byron in noticing.
Yeah, I know you are. But I tell you what they're doing. They might now all sitting right here in front of us, too. You notice that?
They're trying to make a good showing, I think, aren't you?
Well, they making a good showing. 9:35 left to go. Number 9, Norman's going to tee it up. I tell you what, them numbers on them Dragons back down in the back, hard to see. I believe number 6. And I can't, that's number 3 on the other side, deep.
Yeah, that's 3 over there.
Going to be taken by number 3 at about the 10. He's going to be brought down about the 23-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 Dragons.
Crichton Sparks on the tackle.
15 yards on the return. Trey Martin struck up the wedge.
Dragons going to come out with a tight end to the left, wide out to the right, eye backfield. And they're going to run out that power backfield. And he breaks it loose in the back. He's gone.
All right, they'll catch it.
Brought down at the 26-yard line.
Just ran the ball straight up the middle.
How long a run was that, Bruce? Figure that up. The Dragons figured out the passing game wasn't going to work and come back with the running game.
A 45-yard run, looks like.
A good-looking run, too.
Yep.
Ball spotted on about the 28-yard line. Officials called timeout. I guess he got to catch a breath. Nope, number 10, Porter's got some kind of equipment trouble.
Send him out. Send him out.
Number 10, Porter gets his helmet back on. They wind the clock. 9 minutes left to go in the opening half. Gonna send motion to the left. It might have been too many men in motion. Yeah.
That's a legal shift, looks like.
Number 59, Kreitz, snuffs out the little reverse. Maybe a small gain on it. I'm going to still say 2nd down, 10.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Got a wide out to the left, slot man to the right, eye backfield. Gonna send motion to the right. Take the snap and hand off straight up the middle, number 34. And he's gonna be close to the 1st down. I believe he's gonna be about a yard short, depending on the spot. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 1. Clock running, 7 minutes and 49 seconds left to go before the half. Red Devils up 12-7, but the Dragons are driving. Wide out to the left, slot to the right, eye backfield. Gonna send motion one more time. Quarterback sneak. He's got the 1st down. Gonna be 1st and 10. Ball is gonna be spotted on about the 12. They can get a first down inside the 2, Bruce. $7:15 left to go before the half. Red Devils still up 12-7. Dragons down in the red zone. Got the power backfield again. Hand off to the last man through, and he stopped for no gain. Gonna bring up second down and about 10. Number 59, Crichton, leading tackler there. Gonna send a wide out to the left. Slot man to the right. I knew he was gonna send motion, Bruce. I knew he would. He turned up a little too quick.
Oh, he lets it go.
Pass complete and then drop. Intended for number 34. He had it, but he took a pretty good little shot. Red Devils jaw it loose. Gonna bring up third down, 10. Ball still on the 13-yard line. And the Dragons gonna call timeout.
Yep.
All right, while we have this timeout, we want to remind our viewers about breakfast with our legislatures coming up December the 1st. That's at the Lincoln Center. That's a good opportunity for us to meet with our state and federal representatives and make our views known to them about issues important to us. That's December the 1st. I'm not sure about the time. It starts, I think, about around 8 o'clock. You can call the Welcome Center at 359-7970 for more information on that and to get tickets for it. Also, we want to remind our viewers once again about the sponsors that made this program possible tonight. They are Jim Madison of Madison Associates Surveyors, Charles Folger of Folger Parks Properties, Kevin Beggs of Beggs Funeral Home, Mike McCombs of Commercial Insurance Services, and Walker T. Norman of Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style.
I tell you what, Bruce, I'm just thankful we didn't have to get but 4 sponsors or 5 for the game.
We were looking at a good bit more than that.
The quote we got the first of the week, we was going to have to get a little small loan.
We were.
We were going to get a small business loan, what we were going to have to get. We were going to have to get some government help.
But we do appreciate the Georgia High School Association, Dr. Ralph Swearigan, and Steve Figueroa, the media director, for working with us and helping us to bring this ball game to you.
Third down, 10. Going to send motion to the right. Number 10 under center. Quick pass, intercepted by number 9, Ronte Norman. I can't hardly believe they would run such a play.
Yep. And number 9 reads it well.
He did. He snuffed it right out, didn't he?
Hey, Greg, I was making sure I ain't see no dirty lunge right there. Like,
I didn't either.
Jumped off sides that time.
Well, they flinched a little bit. I don't think he moved. I don't think he went forward. I think he just flinched. 6 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Red Devils up 12-7 and going to take over first and 10 on the 16 after the interception by number 9, Ronte Norman. Handoff straight up the middle. I believe that's number 2, Jennings. Small gain, if any. Bruce, you know it's done rolled around here to the first Saturday again. You know what we got to do first thing in the morning, don't you?
That's right. It'll be too late for us to remind our viewers about it by the time this airs. But every first Saturday at Faith Temple, they have a mighty good breakfast that starts at 7 o'clock in the morning and goes to about 10 or 10:30.
But you can set your clock next week, next Sunday.
Second Sunday at 8 o'clock, Anthony's Chapel.
We'll be there.
The best sausage gravy you'll ever eat.
Number 6, Barton, caught in the backfield. Loss of about 2 yards, maybe 3. Gonna bring up third down and about 11. I say number. Was that a pass play, Byron?
I don't know.
I see number 5, Jones, coming from way down. Well, not way down, but
I seen somebody run to the sideline, though.
3rd down, 11. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go before the half. Red Devils still up 12-7. In kind of a little bind here. Barden drops back to pass. Under heavy pressure. Throws it up for number 27, Bradford, and it's going to be knocked down.
Interference. Call pass interference.
And they going to call pass interference. Now, Bruce, I hadn't read the rules. We can't say a whole lot.
A set of rules.
Well, we got to sit in that thing now. I don't know about that one.
I don't know either. Like he just tripped over his own feet that time.
I tell you what, that looks like a hard work penalty there. When you work hard, your penalties go your way. I tell you what, this Dragon crowd is really upset.
They are upset, aren't they?
And you know, had it have been the other way,
we'd have probably been upset.
I'm quite sure we would have. Red Devils get a big break there. Number 27, Bradford, I don't know what he told him, but I believe he's going to give him one of them pork chops cooking over yonder after the game. Barden back to pass again. Pass goes incomplete, intended for number 8, Ricardo Norman. Had double coverage on him. And they say they can smell the referees, Bruce. They said he stinks.
That's how they believe Vernon made that call. The guys up in the press box with him.
Number 6, Barden, draws him off sides.
Good call.
Gonna bring up 2nd down, 5.
Encroachment against the Dragons. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down, 5.
4 minutes, 21 seconds left to go before the half. Red Devils got old lady Luck on the side here this drive. Number 27, Bradford, split wide out to the left. That's the best ball he ain't caught all year. You know it.
Yep.
Handoff up the middle. Oh, number 3. Looking for a block. He outruns number 27, Bradford, down there trying to give him a little shade block. Big gain on the play.
We got a flag.
A gain of about 25.
Got a flag on
Flag on that play.
I think it might be against the Dragon.
He hit him out of bounds, Byron.
I don't know. It was after the play, so he must have been talking.
I was trying to take inventory and come up with how long a run it was. I tell you what, I am completely lost without Kenny up here.
Sideline warning, ain't it?
Dead ball. Sportsmanlike conduct.
Sportsmanlike conduct.
A little too much mouth, I think.
15-yard penalty.
Now that's a real killer for the Dragons. Four minutes, 13 seconds left to go before the half. Red Devils up 12-7. I want an interference call.
So they'll take a timeout. They're going to find out who's doing that mouthing, I think, Gray. Have a little talk to him.
Well, I think they're probably going to try to break the momentum. I mean, something. So far, ain't nothing going their way on this drive.
While we have this timeout, we do want to remind our viewers that the Georgia High School Association would like to thank its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are Dodge, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Mizuno, State Farm Insurance, Wachovia, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wilson Sporting Goods, and the U.S. Marine Corps. Also, we want to thank our local sponsors that helped make tonight's broadcast possible. They are Folger Parks Properties, Beggs Funeral Home, Commercial Insurance Services, Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, and Madison & Associates Surveyors.
All right, we up 12-7. 4 minutes, 13 seconds left to go before the half. You'll be here for the game.
Bruce, did you read in the paper about that Washington-Wilkes and Warren County game last week?
Yeah, I saw. You talking about it?
We got to get
you
on
talking about the Washington paper or the?
I think it was
Oh,
in the Augusta
in the Augusta
Chronicle.
paper.
Augusta paper.
We got to get on the phone and get up there with our Washington crowd and see how they doing with
how
Athens
they faring
Academy.
out.
Sir?
We'll see what happens on this drive, and then I call old Big Chili Pimp and see what we got going on. I hadn't talked to him all week this week.
His phone's working again.
Yeah, he got his.
What was that?
I don't know what in the
Oh, what
world.
happened then?
Throw it, Brandon.
Oh,
We can't take that kind of loss. He snapped. He got the ball on the snap. Nobody else in the doggone hole. Nobody moved. Y'all called Daniel Biles' name. Daniel Morris' name a while ago. And doggone if he ain't out there number 65. I didn't know he
Well, I
was.
tried to tell you.
Well, I mean, it was a mistake on my part. I tell you what, if I live to beat up tomorrow, I'm going to make another one. Crossbuck, number 7, Darrell Norman. It's going to be
He gets
about,
some of those yards back.
yeah, he gets most of those yards back. Looks like he's going to be about 4, maybe 5 yards short of the first down. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. I tell you what, that's a hard play to figure out who's got the ball when that as fast as it is. 2 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the game. Red Devils still up by a score, 12-7. And down here driving the ball inside the Dragon 20. Barden under center. Handoff up the middle. Oh, number 3. And he gets down close to the goal line.
Close to the goal.
Looks like he's going to be brought down maybe about the 2.
About the 2, I believe you're right.
Going to be 1st and goal, Red Devils. Ball's going to be spotted on the 2. Two minutes, 30 seconds left to go before the half. Devils in the double wing. Old number 3 in the backfield. Gonna send motion. Gonna hand it to old number 3, and that's got to be a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, number 3, Bill. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left to go. That's gonna put the Red Devils up 18-7. I feel like they're probably gonna go for 2 again.
that's what it looks like.
Red Devils trying to get the play in. Gonna split Bradford wide to the right. We're gonna have to call a timeout on an extra point. But that's all right. Ain't but 2 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in the game. Oh, this half, I said the game. Doggone it. You didn't even catch that, Bruce.
Well, I didn't want
I
to
forgot
correct you right
I
on
forgot
that.
to tell you, BLT called. He is in Thompson, headed back this way. He said he will be here before the game is over with.
Well, I'm surprised he made it out of Millersville that quick. I mean, I figured
Yeah.
he'd have had to have some diagnosis of.
If they'd have given him that little old test,
He would have been. We'd all been in trouble.
he'd have been in a straitjacket by now. A pretty good size straitjacket,
a
too.
good one at that.
I tell you what, he came over that trick-or-treating at your house, Bruce.
He could. I'm gonna put him in one of those hot dog contests at what is it, Nathan's Famous Franks or whatever.
Yeah,
When they have a hot dog eating contest, I'm gonna put him in it.
yeah. I tell you what you do. If you hold him off a meeting 2 or 3 days, we got a shot. All right, Red Devils going to come out with a double wing. Bradford split wide to the right on a 2-point conversion from the 3. Barden under center. Going to send motion to the right, and they're going to quick pitch number 7, Darrell Norman. He goes in for the 2-point conversion. Red Devils up 20-7. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left to go before the half. That takes just a little bit of life out of the Dragon crowd.
You know, Greg, that's
Bruce, I might could write for the newspaper one day. I thought you at least knew how to know how to type.
You can type with 2 fingers and make it.
I tell you what, I can't hardly wait to get up on Saturday and Sunday morning and get my paper to see what Scott puts in there. But I know he really struggles. He has got a solid program built on that, oh wait on.
This ain't his first rodeo, is it?
Oh, man.
Speaking of rodeos, do you know we got a mechanical bull coming?
Oh, my star.
For holidays? It is November 19th. I do have the right date, don't I, Byron?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, good. I just made that up. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it'll be November 19th.
All right, number 9, Norman got it teed up. Gonna kick it deep again to the Jefferson Dragons. Yeah, if something happens, I lose my job, I may go down there to the Chronicle. I see now you don't have to type but 2 or 3 words a minute.
Oh, boy.
Pretty good return for the Dragons. Ball's going to be spotted about the 35. Right dead on the 35. He just decided to set it down. 2 minutes left to go.
And, Greg, you know we're not far from the half. At halftime, we're going away and get our halftime stats from our friend Johnny Walton. And you want to be sure and check out his website, reddevil.us. He has a wealth of information about Lincoln County Red Devils, statistics going back to the beginning of time, news from everywhere, pictures, video. He's got some of everything on there. That's reddevils.us.
Bruce, he said that we had to get a lot better on what we're doing. For the newspaper, you do have to know the name of the guys on the other team.
Yeah, we have to get up enough money to buy a program.
Yeah, I tell you what, if he knew what kind of trouble we'd been in all week just trying to figure out if we were going to get the rights to film this thing. Look, you can slip in a Milli Vanilli concert with a camera and film easy, and we can get rights from the Georgia High School.
Oh, boy. But they did cooperate with us.
Yeah, finally.
Worked out a deal for us, and we appreciate it.
You ain't going to believe it. We didn't know the lunchtime, just about lunchtime day where we was going to have permission.
Struggling around getting up these sponsors.
Yeah. 2nd down, 11 to go for the Dragons. Number 34. And almost missed a handoff by number 10.
I think he dropped it and it bounced back in his hands, didn't it?
I couldn't tell. There were so many red shirts around him. Clock inside of a minute. 56 seconds left to go. Gonna bring up 3rd down, 8. I tell you what, though, it ain't many football games you can go to you got internet service, is it? Just here in Washington Wilkes. But and Thompson. But I tell you what now, ain't this a nice press box? It is not a single A school in the state of Georgia with facilities as nice as here in Washington Wilkes. If Washington would tear them press boxes
that historic press box.
Yeah. That thing is.
What's going on there?
The one we filmed out of. The one we filmed out of up there for our game. Bruce had to get out in the stands and film. No, we were on the visitor side. That's a super nice field, super nice stands. But it's like sitting in a 1955 camper. Pop up.
Oh, boy.
But I done enough trash talking up there with them. I think.
You might see some changes
Yeah,
next season.
they trying to get
We're going to shame them out.
Yeah, they trying to get some carpenters together. If they can get some lumber donated, I think we're going to have a nice place to sit
We may have to go up there and help them hammer some nails.
I tell you what, I'd be willing to help them. Third down, 28 seconds left. I believe they're going to just cover it up right here and go in down 20-7. And that'll be the last play of the half.
All right, so the clock will run out here at the Bud with Lincoln County on top, 20-7.
That should be the last play of the half.
And we'll be back right after the halftime break.
Right after this halftime break.
And that's the final play. The clock's going to expire.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this. This second half here at Buddy Buffett Stadium, where Lincoln County is on top, 20-7, over the Jefferson Dragons. This is Bruce Beggs, along with Greg Norman and Byron Hogan, and we'll be bringing you this exciting second half here at Buddy Buffett Stadium.
Bruce, we got some halftime stats. I'm going to let you read them. You ain't read them in a good little while.
I didn't bring my glasses.
Oh, my stars. Bar Byron's.
In the first half, Lincoln County had 13 first downs. Jefferson had 6. Lincoln County rushed 28 times for 205 yards. Jefferson 15 times for 132 yards.
Good return by the Dragons out for number 11. Brings the ball out about the 37-yard line. The Dragons going to have good field position here to start the third quarter. Red Devils up by a score of 20-7.
While this second half is getting underway, we do want to remind our viewers that this program is made possible by the city and county governments of Lincoln County, the Lincoln County Development Authority, Chamber of Commerce, and with the special help and cooperation of the Lincoln County High School Technology class and the Lincoln County Technology Department.
Handoff straight up the middle, and there he goes. Big number 34. I tell you what, Bruce, they done that at will in the first half.
Yeah, we got to get on that.
I believe we adjusting out of it. They coming out on a set, and we think they're going to run something else. First and 10, Dragons. Ball spotted on the 42. In that power eye backfield.
Looked like some motion there somewhere.
I think it was some motion. I tell you what, that'll, after a big gain on a first and 10 run, you come out and get a little penalty like that, that'll stop a drive. You know it. It's going to bring up first and 15. Ball spotted on the 46.5. They get out of that power formation, but they still got to. You know he just about got a hand to that first guy through that big number 34, and he's running over folks. Number 8, Ricardo Norman.
Second down, 5 to go.
On the receiving end of that lick. Gain of about 10 yards, going to bring up second down and 5.
They kind of using that number 34 like we do Tyler Bill.
They are. Well, they done found something up the middle of the field they like. They quit putting all that motion. And doggone, speaking of the devil, there he goes.
Yep.
Number 34 on. Number 61, Ronell Ferguson.
Yep.
Really got in there and penetrated on the line of scrimmage that time. Met the back in the backfield.
It'll be third down about
Going to be
5
third down and 5. No gain on the play.
The play for the Red Devils, number 61, Rondell Frazier.
Clock ticking down to 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Big down here for the Devils. Going to drop back to pass on a little rollout, and he's got a man wide open. First and 10 Dragons on a well-executed rollout pass. Ball going to be spotted at the 15-yard line.
Made by number 9, Ronte Norman.
9 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Gain of 21, first and
Red Devils 20-7 lead. Looks like it's drawing slim, doesn't it?
from the 15-yard line.
Dragons really mixing up the play selection there with that run and pass. 2 wide outs to the left, slot to the left. Handoff number 34 around the left side. Brought down about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line, depending on the spot. Gonna bring up second down at about 2.
Made by Ronte Norman.
Dragons got an injured player.
Major play on the field for Jefferson.
One of them big offensive linemen, one of them old big hogs.
The injured player is number 69. Seth Love.
He's gonna get up and walk off under his own power. What happened to him, Byron? Did you see it? He must have got rolled
I
over.
didn't see it.
His foot got stepped on, didn't it?
I believe it's something in his knee, maybe. Clock ticking down to 9 minutes left to go. Second down and about 3. Gonna send motion to the right. Number 10 under center. Handoff number 34, and he stood up. I believe he's going to be short of the first down. I believe it's probably a measurement.
Logan Rhodes on the stop.
No, they're saying third down.
Yeah, he didn't get as good a spot as I thought he was going to get. Going to be third down and about a foot.
Say, watch that quarterback sneak on this play.
Wide out to the left, eye backfield in the Dragons. Going to send motion to the right. Number 10 on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to have the first down. Going to be first and goal inside the 5, just inside the 5. Ball about the 4, maybe. Let's see where they're going to spot it.
They're signaling the first down.
Yeah, he got a first down, but I can't. About the 4. We'll call it the
About the 4.
4-yard line. I can't.
It's above that 5-yard
Yeah, it's
line.
on the other side of the 5. Dragons come out here with new life in this third quarter. On a good drive here. Gonna send a wide out to the right. That stacked backfield, that eye bone. Handoff, second man through, and he drives down to about the 2. Gain of about 2. Gonna be second down goal from the 2.
Gain of about 2.
Red Devils got somebody a little slow getting up. Number 59, Crichton.
Second down goal to go from the 1.
We don't need to fool around, let this crowd get back in it.
No.
I tell you what, they get down here this close, though, in that power backfield they got, they hard to stop. Gonna send motion to the right.
Oh, we got the
And
ball.
I believe he
Fumble.
coughed up the
Yep.
ball.
They signaling the Lincoln County game.
Red Devils recover the fumble.
So a
Little
big play right there.
midline option run by the Dragons.
3-yard line.
The ball gets knocked loose there. Red Devils recover. I couldn't tell who recovered. Could y'all tell who recovered the ball?
No.
I don't know if the officials knew. I believe they just gave it to us. What do you think? First and 10, ball spotted on about the 3. Handoff up the middle, number 3, Bill, going to get out to about the 5-yard line. Going to bring up second down and about 8. We need a long, sustained drive here.
Second down, 8 to go.
Red Devils send Bradford wide to the left. At wing bone offense, motion to the left. Handoff. Number 7, Darrell, straight up the middle on a little, I believe that was a little cross buck, wasn't it? A gain of about 12, maybe 15 yards. Going to bring up first and 10 from the 17.
We got to enter the third quarter update. Washington still up 7-0 over Athens Academy.
I tell you what, Athens Academy came down here. They hung in the game. They fooled around like they made something out of it. What is Barden talking to the officials about it? We got to... I don't really know. First and 10, Devils. Ball on the 17. Got 3 wide outs to the right. Midline option, number 6, Barden keeps. Gonna pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards, depending on the spot. Gonna be run out of bounds. Gain of about 6, going to bring up second down, 4. Clock running down, 5 minutes, 5 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Red Devils up by a score of 20-7. Took over this drive at their own 3-yard line. Going to send 2 wide outs wide to the left. Little slot man on the left. Handoff up the middle. Number 3, Bill, had 1 man there he couldn't shake. Goes forward for about a yard. Going to bring up third and 3.
Greg, we went over and visited the pep partners at halftime. They do a good job.
They really do. They have got a doggone ice chest full of ribs and chicken
I
and
tell you what, we had
sausage. We can tell all this on the air because it's all going to be gone.
It'll be gone.
It'll be gone time it gets out there, won't it?
Excuse me.
3 wide outs to the left. Number 2, Jennings in the backfield, I believe. Midline option again. Number 6, Barden, had 1 man in the backfield to beat, and he got around the end a little bit. Gain of about 6 yards. Run out at the 31-yard line. Going to be first and 10, Devils.
Greg, while this second half is getting underway, we do want to thank our sponsors once again. Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Beggs Funeral Home, Folger Parks Properties, and Madison Associates Surveyors for helping to bring this program to you.
We also need to thank Coach Campbell for.
We do. We thanked him earlier, but we want to thank him again for
all
helping
his,
work this
all
out
his
for us.
help in working out this little dilemma we had. Quick pitch around the right side. Number 7, Darrell Norman, goes forward for about 12 yards. First and 10, Red Devils again. Ball is going to be spotted on about the 44-yard line. Clock running on down, Bruce. This is what we need to see, a long, sustainable drive.
Let that clock run.
Red Devil showing a whole different set here with all these wideouts, something we hadn't seen in a long, long time. Handoff number 2, Jennings. Going to get about a yard.
Ball carrier. Tackle made by number 1.
Going to bring up second down and about 9.
Gain of 1. Second down, 9 to go.
Ball spotted right on the 45. Going back to the old wing bone, got Bradford split wide to the left. Quick pitch around the left side.
Oh, that's a late hit.
That's got to be a late hit, but I don't believe they're going to call it. I believe they made up for the old pass interference that time. What do you think, Byron? You might have got a little justice on that one.
Gain of 6 yards. Second down, about
Going to bring third down and about 4.5, maybe 5. We'll go ahead and call it 5. Ball spotted right on the 50. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Red Devils up 20-7. Same set again. Motion to the left. Look quick cross buck in there. Number 4, DJ Jones. I tell you what now. From the first game of the season to this game here, if you don't think the Red Devils ain't got better running that offense, ain't a cow in Texas, is it?
They have. We've seen some real improvement in that.
They sure have. First couple of 3 games, it was so slow developing. I mean, I believe we could have run out of the press box and tackled them, Bruce. But now, I tell you what, Barton doing a super job faking that ball. Don't nobody know where it's going. 1st and 10, ball on about the 38-yard line.
Ooh.
Pretty good little lick laid down there by number 11.
Yeah, got his
Number
leg
9.
cut out from under, man.
Number 9, Ronte Norman. But he bounces right back up.
gain of 3. Second down, 7 to go.
Ronte's tough now. Clock down, 1:35 left to go in the third quarter. Robbie, you ain't gonna believe it. The score is still 20-7. He said he appreciated us talking about him on TV. Wide out to the left. Double wing motion. Barton, you better chunk it. Intended for number 9, Ronte Norman. Had heavy pressure coming. I don't know if he saw it or not.
Number 66, real slow getting up.
Did DJ cut him? I saw DJ standing over him. I don't know if he cut him or not. I tell you what, this crowd, they brought with them vocal too, ain't they? Third down, 8 to go. Ball on about the 36, maybe the 37. Barton back to pass. Complete to number 27, Bradford. He's got the first down. Good catch and run after the catch. Hard to bring down. 1st and 10, ball's going to be spotted on the 20,
12-yard gain for the Red Devils and first down.
about the 23-yard line. Clock down under a minute, 55 seconds left to go. Quick pitch around the right side, number 7, Darrell Norman. Run out of bounds. After a gain of about 7, maybe 8, depending on the spot. Run out by number 33. Gain of about 8. Going to bring up second down, 2.
Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Clock stopped with 31 seconds left to go. Red Devils wearing them out here on this drive.
And burning that clock up.
Yep, running that clock out and taking it to them. The little crossbuck. Going to be good for the first down. Might have been a fumble on the play. Dragons claiming they had it, but I think it was blown
I think it
down.
was already blown down.
I thought he had the first down. Are they
I don't know. They're
gonna
going to measure?
Doggone if he didn't pick the ball up, move it back, didn't he? Now, it's hard not to talk about the referees when they pull such a stunt as that.
About an inch short.
Just a little bit short.
About a half-inch short.
Third down.
I'm sure missing Kenny now on a measurement like that.
We could really use him here with his binoculars and tape measure.
He can see Jupiter. I know good and well he could tell you the exact fraction it is between that stick and the nose of that ball. Clock's going to run out right here. Going to start the fourth quarter on the other end. They're going to make them bring the chains back out and re-spot the ball again. Down on the other end of the field.
Third quarter. Fourth quarter. The window will start.
Are they going to take it back out there and get another spot on it, or are they going to walk it off?
I don't know what they're doing. They are talking about it out there. Well, while they're talking about it and they're swapping ends of the field, we want to remind our viewers again about our local sponsors: Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Biggs Funeral Home, Folger Parks Properties, and Madison & Associates Surveyors. Also, on behalf of the Georgia High School Association, we'd like to thank our corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Mizuno, State Farm Insurance, Wachovia, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wilson Sporting Goods, and the U.S. Marine Corps. That's what we're going to try to sign Casey up in, is the U.S. Marine Corps.
I don't feel like he's got quite the discipline for that, Bruce.
He's going to have a signing bonus or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be a nice one, too. Now, if they'll put up with a bunch of arguing and mouthing and carrying on in the Marine,
they got plenty of gas money.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the job for him, I can tell you. But I tell you what he can do now. It don't make no difference how old you are and how you know how to do it. The older I get, the dumber I get. I tell you what, I had somebody tell me that one time years ago, and I thought he was crazy. It just happened to be my daddy.
Yeah. You found out he's a pretty smart fella, didn't you?
Yeah. I didn't give him credit when credit was due, but I'm going to give it to him now. Third down and about 3 inches. Red Devils got 3 wide outs to the right. Number 6, Barden. I don't know if he got it. Yeah, they going to give it to him.
Yep, picks up the first down.
I tell you what, that was a good read by Barden. They split them wide outs out like they was going to loosen up that middle, and it didn't fool a soul, did it? Clock running, 11 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Red Devils first and 10 on about the 13. They're going to shift back into double wing. Send motion. Must be too much time.
Delay of game.
You know, we hadn't seen about as many of those this year as we've had in the last couple of 3 years, but this ain't the time of the year we want to start seeing.
We want to start seeing them.
Gonna be 1st and 15 from about the 16. 16 and a half. Red Devils gonna come out in a 2 tight end wishbone set. You know, last time we came out in that, we didn't fool nobody, did we? Number 8, Ricardo Norman on a sweep. He runs about 40 yards and gets 3. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 12. That's all right. That clock ticking on down.
That's what we want to see, that clock running.
Red Devils up by a score of 20-7, but Robbie, they threatening to score. They gonna break out of that. We ain't got enough folks on the field, have we? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We ain't got but 10.
Yep.
We missing number 7, Darrell Norman.
All right, while they're getting the personnel organized, we do want to remind our viewers about the annual banquet for the Chamber of Commerce coming up January 5th. That'll be at the Lincoln Center, and you can call the Chamber office at 359-7970 for more information on that. Also, the big event, Holidays in Old Lincoln Town. That starts with shopping in the city early in the morning, and then the Pioneer Day at the historical village. And it ends up with the parade at 4 o'clock. I think they have shopping after that. We've ridden around on the golf cart and taken pictures of that, I think, hadn't we?
Yeah, my stars, have we taken pictures?
Have we taken a lot of pictures? And there are a lot of things going on. You can call the chamber, and they'll fill you in on all those things that are happening. And by the way, they announced the Grand Marshal this week, and it was none other than Mayor Glaze. A Milky Way freeze bar, fixture in our community for a long, long time.
Stop by the taste feed and tell old Lit we said hello. Bradford split wide to the right. Double wing bone again for the Devils. 2nd down and 12. Barden rolled up as he threw it. Now that don't look like it fell.
Somebody hit him about time. Yeah.
I think number 7, Darrell Norman, might have been trying to block for him and
stepped on him.
No, I think he got a. I think he kind of got rolled up trying to make his block. I believe the Red Devils going to have to call timeout.
So while they take a timeout, we do want to remind our viewers again about the sponsors that make this broadcast possible tonight. They are Jim Madison of Madison Associates, Kevin Beggs of Beggs Funeral Home, Charles Folger of Folger Parks Properties, Mike McCombs at Commercial Insurance Services, and Walker Norman. That's Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style. That's Sunday and Tuesday night. On WXKT 100.1.
Bruce, I tell you,
and that's the same radio station that carries our ball game live. And we can see now coming in I think as soon as Byron gets them tuned in there, we'll see our radio announcers.
Byron done took his glasses off.
He's struggling now, but we see now Bruce Turner and Doug Newman and our sideline reporter Neil Reed, and they bring us the play-by-play action on.
Bruce, you have really thanked our sponsors for getting this thing together, but I tell you what, the sponsors wasn't about as hard to get as it was permission to film. You know it.
Well, we finally got that worked out.
All right, 3rd down and 12. Number 7, Darrell Norman hit in the backfield on a quick pitch on the right side, but he's finally going to fight forward and get about 5 yards. Going to bring up 4th down and about 7. We're going to go ahead and call it 8. That's about 7.5, maybe 8.
We're going to go for a field goal, looks like.
Oh, my stars.
Yeah.
That little pass play we ran before, hit number 5, Jones, would be a good strike here, wouldn't it? Because I tell you what, old Tyler Bill can throw it too now.
And the Dragons take a timeout.
Shaggy come up here a while ago. He didn't see we'd have invaded his stock, did he?
No, he took them with him. You know, we mentioned earlier that we want to send our best wishes to Dr. Robert Williams, who underwent surgery this week and is recovering, and we understand coming along well. And we want to thank Dr. Jewel Duncan for filling in tonight as our team physician on the sideline. And we look forward to Dr. Williams coming back real soon. They said when he woke up, the first thing he said is, I don't believe I'm going to be able to make it to the game.
Probably not. We're going to do all we can to get the game to him, though.
We're going to, yep.
All right, number 3. Good snap, puts it down. And I believe somebody, did they touch it, Byron?
I think they got a little piece of it.
A little bit.
But nevertheless, it comes up short.
So with 9 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the game.
And you know, Tarver hadn't shown us tonight what he has been able to do. I don't think he's back to 100%.
I don't think he's 100% either. The kick was right on.
Right.
But it was a little bit to the right, but I mean, it still was. It's still,
right.
If he'd have had his leg in it, it would have been good.
Right. I just don't believe he's back to 100% because we've really seen him do some good kicking this year.
Quick pitch. Gain of about 7 yards for the Dragons. Gain of about 8, gonna bring up second down 2. Clock running, 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the game. Red Devils up by a score of 20-7. And this Dragon crowd wants another touchdown, Bruce.
They calling for it awful strong.
Handoff up the middle. And he's gonna be stopped for very little, if any, gain. Well, I said he was. He got about 2 yards out of that. Gonna bring up third down and 1.
Third down, about 1 yard to go.
Clock down to 8 minutes and 23 seconds left. Need a stand here, boys. I don't believe he got it.
He got it that time.
I believe he's going to be a little short.
Yeah.
4th down and less than a yard. He got about, what did he get, about 18 inches? Old center slow getting about out there. I don't believe he's going to be able to go. He limped to the line the last.
We have an official timeout for our injured player,
We're getting an injury timeout, I believe.
Anthony Fowler.
I saw him when he come out of the huddle a while ago getting to the line of scrimmage. He was kind of walking gingerly.
We're trying to find our fan of the week. Go under the goalpost there. Let's see what we got down there. We're going to have to do a little more looking on it. Can you see who that is down there?
That ain't.
See Rusty there.
I believe that's Big Daddy with
I
overalls on it.
I believe that's Big Daddy Glenn Creech.
I believe it is, and that's our fan of the week. Big Daddy Glenn Creech.
He'll be tickled to death.
An ardent Lincoln County Red Devil fan. Old Georgia football player himself.
Converted from Albany.
That's right.
Claxton, somewhere down in those parts. When you get down below I-20, it's all the same, man.
That's
Bruce, I don't know what we got going on here. Must be just a... Was it just a cramp?
I don't know.
All right, Dragon's going to go for it here on 4th down. I don't look for him to pass it.
Well, a quarterback sneak right up the middle.
May try to draw us out. No, he ain't. Got the first down.
I believe he got the first down.
Yeah, he did get it. Good thing he made the tackle out here because wasn't nobody back deep, was it? 1st and 10, Dragons. Ball spotted on the 33-yard line.
We're in the 4th and the clock's still running.
7 minutes, 25 seconds left. Red Devils up 20-7. 2 wide outs to the left. And they're going to run big number 34 off the left side. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down, 6 to go. Clock still continues to run. Down to 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. 2 wide outs to the left, eye backfield, gonna send motion out of it once again. Number 10 under center, drops back, gonna throw a little pass. 2 Red Devils run together.
Run together.
Number 7, Darrell Norman. Is that number 8 or number 9? I believe that's number 8, Ricardo
believe, yeah.
Norman. And it was a pretty good train wreck right there between them two. So Norman and Norman run together. And Norman is shaking up on it. So that'll stop the clock with 6:28 left. Red Devils still up by a score of 20-7.
And while they're attending to him, we do want to remind our viewers about some remaining events coming up in our community. January 5th, the annual Chamber of Commerce banquet. That'll be at the Lincoln Center. Breakfast with our legislatures on December the 1st. And that starts, I believe, at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's at the Lincoln Center, and you can call the Chamber for tickets for either of these events. Also, the big event, Holidays in Old Lincoln Town. That's November the 19th. That starts early in the morning with shopping in the city and vendors and crafters and so forth. And goes on into Pioneer Day at the Historical Village with a lot of good food and exhibits, and winds up with our holiday parade starting at 4 o'clock, winding through the city. And it promises to be the biggest and best ever with a mechanical bull this year that Greg's going to take a ride on. We're going to try to get a video of that.
I tell you what, if y'all take the fuse out of it, I'll ride it.
Greg, we hope to have some video a little later on. Our Cheer Devils are doing really well this year, too. I don't know exactly how many events they've been in and where all they've placed, but they're doing well.
Little play action, number 10 on a rollout. A little tall for number 34. That's going to bring up 4th down again and about 6 yards to go. Bruce, I tried to get up with the big chili pimp, and I couldn't.
Well,
my phone was ringing and then it just went busy. Now, what does that tell you?
All right, well.
It don't sound like a lot of good news, does it?
Sometimes it's not good news when his phone doesn't work.
4th down and a long 6 yards to go. About 6.5. They're going to send a wide out to each side, our backfield. Play action. Batted at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be the last shot. Red Devils going to take over.
With the hand on the ball.
Red Devils going to take over 1st and 10. from the Dragon 36. With 6:14 left, Red Devils still up 20-7. That's just about going to put it out of reach, Bruce.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 9, Ronte Norman in quarterback. And what's the report on number 6, Barden? He hands off number 2, Jennings, up the middle. Gain of about 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down, 3.
Our old trusty sideline reporter just gave us a final score on Washington Wilkes, 7-0.
7-0. Washington Wilkes holds on for the victory. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win nonetheless, I guess. My report was they had 2 touchdowns called back, so it might not have been as close as the score indicates, but you don't go by stats. Number 7, Norman on a motion around the right side, and Ronte tries a little cross-buck quick pitch or something, and he gets tackled for a loss of about 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down, 9.5. Red Devil offense just ain't the same when Barden ain't in there, is it?
No, they're having to make some adjustments.
I kind of thought maybe they might put number 14 Goldman in it, quarterback. All right, we're going to have one wide out to the right. Wingbone, number 7, Durrell going in motion. And that's a big loss on the play.
Got a flag on the play, too.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to, unless it was before the play got underway, that'll be the only break for the Red Devils.
Legal shit.
They're going to decline in the illegal shift, so it wasn't before the play started. That's going to bring up a punting situation for the Red Devils with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. Red Devils still up 20-7. Fourth down and about 28.
Jefferson's taking a timeout.
I don't think he's taking a.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's complaining about something, but I don't know. I don't really know what.
Well, anyway, maybe Neil will find out and tell us what happened. Well, while we have this timeout, we do want to remind our viewers about our sponsors one more time. Walker Norman's Gospel Music Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Beggs Funeral Home, Folger Parks Properties, and Madison Associates. And we appreciate all of these local businesses helping to make this broadcast possible tonight. Also, on behalf of the Georgia High School Association, we'd like to thank their corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are the U.S. Marine Corps, Wilson Sporting Goods, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wachovia, State Farm Insurance, Mizuno, Georgia Electric Membership Corporations, and Dodge. Good snap, ball's off, fielded at the 25, breaks a tackle and slides down about the 29-yard line.
Gonna be 1st and 10 Dragons. Ball spotted right on the 30.
I think when they took that time out, were they trying to reorganize to get in there and block the punt?
I don't have any idea what they had going on, Bruce. Did they rush it hard? I was on the telephone.
Yeah, they rushed pretty hard, it looked like to me.
One thing, too, they ain't have nobody back there to receive the punt either.
You talking about before they called timeout?
Yeah.
Surely they knew we was going to punt. All right, they're going to send 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Well, they got 3 wide outs on the right. Straight back to pass. Pass complete to number 9. Going to be a first down, 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 45.5, just across the 45. 4 minutes, 21 seconds left to go in the game.
I mean, Ronte and Darrell on the stop.
They're going to send a tight end to the right, 2 wide outs to the left. Well, they got 3 over there. That little slot man again. He's going to roll to his left. Another complete pass. That's going to be a little short of the first down. Going to bring up about 2nd down and 2. Clock down to 3:50 and count. Red Devils up 20-7, but the Dragons are driving. Same set to this side. He's going to roll this away. Did he catch it? Byron. They going to give it to him.
They gave it to him.
Going to be a 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line. 3:29 left. Clock running. Same set the other way.
Roll back to that side.
They just rolling back to the wide side of the field.
Whoa.
Number 10 is kind of elusive, ain't he?
Yep.
Number 4,
Finally
DJ
brought down.
Jones had him hemmed up in the backfield, but doggone if he didn't.
I think he was finally brought down by Jatheus Jones, wasn't he?
I think he was. Could have been a big loss on the play, but instead he just lost 4. Going to bring up 2nd down, 14.
And they take another timeout, their final timeout. 3:05 to go in the ball game. Jefferson trailing 7. Lincoln County 20. Craig, y'all got anything going on with the phone company you want to tell us about?
Hey,
I mean, we done talked about everything else.
Thompson's beating Washington County.
Thompson's beating Washington County, Byron said.
28-21.
How in the world Byron here and all that, and he got a headset on just like I have?
I think he's telepathic or something.
I believe he is too.
We can't thank Byron enough for stepping up and helping us with this camera, because I have really struggled with it, Greg.
I tell you what, good as it pays, Bruce. I mean, we've been turning folks away up here. That's one thing. Look, if you get down and out, if you need a good job, just come up here. I mean, it pays extremely.
We'll hire you right
yeah. We found some Cheez-Its up here. We don't know where they came from to eat. Another complete pass. Slung out of bounds by number 9, Ronte Norman.
Slings him out of bounds.
Going to be a gain of about 7. Going to bring up 2nd down, 3. That'll stop the clock by getting
3
out of
minutes
bounds.
even.
3 minutes even. Ball spotted on the 35.5-yard line.
I tell you somebody we have forgot to thank tonight, and that is WXKT 100 and Get Personal for providing us with these nice shirts we got, Greg.
That's exactly right. I just wish I had a jacket.
And your nice hat. I couldn't find my hat.
I tell you what, when you get stuff like this, you better lock it up. If you don't lock it up, you ain't going to find it.
Especially when you got Bethany and Dillon around.
That's right. If you need anything embroidered, go see Riley and Terry at Get Personal. They do a real good job with it. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to roll this way. And Big C.
Down.
Number 53, Big C. Rolls him up. 2 minutes, 23 seconds. They trying to hustle and get to the where they can spike it and stop it. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left in the game. Big loss on the play, gonna bring up third down and what is that, about 19?
Yeah.
Maybe even 20. I don't believe it's quite 20. We're gonna call it 19. Kenny ain't here to argue.
We'll let him look at the replay.
He had to get his doggone guitar out and go play the blues or something, didn't he, Bruce?
Yeah. He's at a honky-tonk tonight.
He's fooling with the devil tonight. On a pump and go. I believe it had the receiver about halfway confused. Coverage by number 9, Ronte Norman. That's going to bring up fourth down and 19. I said about 2.5 minutes ago, maybe 3 minutes ago, they were about down to the last shot. I'm pretty well convinced this is going to be about the last shot here.
Yep.
Fourth down, 19.
Big play for them right here.
Going to send 2 wide outs and that slot man to the right. Tight end off over there on the left. Going to be intercepted.
Oh.
I doggone if I didn't jinx him, didn't I? I said intercepted right there before the ball got to him.
Good effort by.
Well, that was a good effort. You always want the interception. It looks good on paper, but if he'd have caught that ball down there, we'd have been in a hole. So with 2 minutes, 3 seconds left to go in the game, Red Devils going to take over first and 10. Ball's on the 34.5-yard line. Still up by a score of 20-7. Now we got number 14, Austin Goldman, in at quarterback. He hands off to old number 3, Bill, around the right side.
Oh.
And look at him, turn on the speed. Look at him, turn on the speed.
Oh, he's going to score.
On a 66-yard touchdown run by old number 3, Tyler Bill. And you can stick a fork in it, folks, it's done.
Yep.
Red Devils go up 26-7, 1:51 left to go. Oh, Tyler was trucking, wasn't he?
Yeah, he hit the open
And
field.
now he's got to get
He turned the afterburners on now, I believe.
Now he's got to get himself back together to hold it.
The holy ball
The
now.
point after. And he looks like he's somewhat kind of disoriented, don't he? High snap, boy, they really testing old Bill. Now, that's the old doggone Tarver we've been seeing.
He's back with us now. He redeemed himself.
Number 3, Bill, he don't know whether to go off the field or not, does he? Clock down to 1:51 left to go in the game.
Lincoln County on top. 27-7.
That's going to about seal the deal. The Red Devils will be right back here next Friday night at 7:30. And I believe I heard Gilly say against Eagles Landing. I tell you what, if our football team is anything like their baseball team, they're going to play together. You know, we won the region last year in baseball. Eagles Landing came to Lincoln to play us. They were the number 4 seed. Us, Washington, Aquinas, and who was the other baseball team that was in it?
You got me.
Might have been.
Glasgow, maybe?
I don't know. It was one more of us anyway. But all 4 teams out of that region knocked all 4 of us out in the first round. But Aquinas did win one of that games. None of the rest of us didn't even win a game. Aquinas was the number 4 seed. So that's just a little history about Eagles Landing. Other than that, I couldn't even tell you where they're from other than somewhere in Atlanta. Booming kick by number 9. Ball is going to go off number 6 and go on in the end zone. I feel like you might see some fresh shirts come in here, but I don't see them yet. 1 minute, 47 seconds left to go in the game. Red Devils up 27-7. Not a real enthusiastic game by the Red Devils by no part. Would you say, Bruce?
I would say.
You're going to drop back deep to pass. Brought down again by number 4, DJ Jones. Loss of about 4, going to bring up second down, 14. Clock continues to run down to 1:33. Got 2 wide outs to the left, a little slot, and got 1 to the right. He rolls kind of to his left. Completes it, I believe. That's big number 34, isn't it?
24.
Is it 24?
Yeah.
He got about, let's see, 12 yards on that. Going to bring up third down, 1. Clock down less than a minute now. 40 seconds and counting. Third down and a yard. Incomplete
Can't
pass.
hang on to it.
Going to stop the clock with 31.8 seconds left to go. Fourth down and about a yard for the first. Your Dragon season is winding down right here at the Bud. Like a lot of them have, hasn't it, Bruce?
They have. A lot of them have played their last game right here.
Heard that Warren County beating Commerce 14-0.
But yeah, we heard that at halftime, but we hadn't heard the big number 34 runs through there and lays some wood to number 7, Darrell Norman. First and 10. Ball spotted on the 46. 24 seconds left to go. Home run pass. Boy, that number 24 is a good-looking athlete, isn't he?
He is.
He got a good frame on him. Clock's got 13.4 ticks left in it. Second down 10, ball on the 46-yard line. He's going to start on the snap. Barney, incomplete pass, that might be it. Caught by number 9, Darrell Norman, out of bounds. That'll leave 9.3 ticks left in it. Red Devils up 27-7. Third down, 10 to go. Good to see this crowd here tonight from both sides.
Oh.
5.8 ticks. Fourth down, 10. May as well run them all down in the end zone and right back and chunk it now.
Yep. That clock is.
This is going to be the last play of the game. And the last play of the season
This
for
has
the
been a long
Dragons.
31 seconds here, hasn't it?
It has. When you get an incomplete pass, it'll do it.
Intercepted.
Yep, intercepted.
Intercepted by number 9, Ronte Norman. He's got a wall, and he finally gets brought down at about the 11-yard line, but time's going to expire.
So the clock will tick out to 0.
Red Devils win 27-7.
All right, we've had a good time bringing you this ball game between Jefferson, Georgia, and Lincoln County here tonight. On behalf of the Georgia High School Association, we'd like to thank once again its corporate partners for their support of high school athletics and activities. They are Dodge, Georgia Electric Membership Corporations, Mizuno, State Farm Insurance, Wachovia, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Wilson Sporting Goods, and the U.S. Marine Corps. We want to thank Byron Hogan, our videographer, and one of our play-by-play announcers tonight. We want to thank our local sponsors who helped to make this broadcast possible as we see our two teams exchanging congratulations. They were tonight Walker Norman's Gospel Music, Southern Style, Commercial Insurance Services, Beggs Funeral Home, Folger Parks Properties, and Madison & Associates. If you see any of these folks in the coming week, tell them how much you appreciate them helping us bring this ball game to you. We want to once again wish good wishes to Dr. Robert Williams as he recovers from surgery this week, and thank Dr. Jewel Duncan for filling in for him tonight. Greg, anybody you want to thank?
Well, I think you done about got them all.
I did thank Ginger Parham, who's the coordinator of these broadcasts, and Crawford Asbell, the Big Easy. We missed Leighton Taylor.
That line rascal said
he was going to be. I don't believe they let him out of Milledgeville.
No, probably not.
And also Kenny Adair. We hope he'll be back with his yardstick and binoculars next week, because we really want to find out how far away Jupiter is.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Jupiter.
All right, if nothing else, we're going to wrap it up here tonight. Lincoln County comes up with a big win, 27-7 over Jefferson. If nothing else, for Byron Hogan, Greg Norman, this is Bruce Begg saying good evening and go Devils.
Whatever reason, everybody should be shaking at the house tonight.
You should grab your favorite lady and pass her to the right.
Well, tell back to jump back and give me a shot of some good booze,
so we can party to some storm down, butt bumping, rock and roll, rhythm and blues. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Oh, I know that everybody come to hear the music, they'll be doing it on the floor.
jump up and down, turn around, tell the band to play some more.
'Cause tonight you can dance and romance and do anything you feel like doing. Hey, don't be surprised, 'cause you know what I like. Tonight we're gonna do it. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Let's go, boys!
The reason everybody should be shaking at the house tonight.
You should grab your favorite lady and pass her to the right.
Well, tell Bad Jack to jump back and give me a shot of some good booze,
so we can party till some stomp down.